So today we're going to learn how to play Foursquare. This is a really fun game, and all you need is some chalk to draw a Foursquare court. And here's how you draw the Foursquare court. So here's how you set up a Foursquare court. You draw one big square and then divide it into 4 equal smaller squares, and then number the squares 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can make the court as big as you want. The bigger the court, the more of a workout you get because you got to move more to get to the ball and hit it into another court. Or you can make it as small as you want. The smaller the court, the more accuracy you need to hit the ball inside the square. And then you need a ball that bounces. I'm going to use this bouncy ball that I have here today. It's like a rubber ball, but you could use a playground ball, you could use a tennis ball, a basketball, volleyball, anything that bounces. The bigger the ball, the easier it is to hit. The smaller the ball, the harder it is to hit, and it makes it a little bit more challenging. So we'll show you how to play, and then you can find some chalk and a ball and find a place to play. We're going to show you how to play this game with 4 people, 3 people, or 2 people. Have fun with Foursquare, and we'll see you next time. So here's how you play the game Foursquare. We're going to show you both ways that we play it at GES, and you can choose which one you want. The first one is called Foursquare Bounce and Catch. And the object in Foursquare is you want to move all the way up and be in the number 4 square. That's where you're trying to get. And once you get to the number 4 square, you're trying to stay there for as long as you can. Now in Bounce and Catch, the person in the number 4 square serves by bouncing the ball into someone else's square, and then they have to catch it and then quickly bounce it into someone else's square. Okay, so I'm going to start. If somebody drops the ball like that, then that person moves to the first square, and anyone that's below them moves up. So Julianne would move up, Miles moves to the first square, number 4 square starts, and we go again. Oh. If the number 4 square drops it, then I would go to number 1. Everyone else moves up, and now Kate would serve, and we keep playing that way, just like that. Now, the lines in Foursquare are out. If it hits a line, that means it's out. So if I bounce it and it lands on a line, I would be out, and then everyone else would move up. If you don't know whether it hit on a line or not, what do? Right, use rock, paper, scissors to decide whether it hit on the line or not. Now, come on over here. The other way to play is a traditional way to play where instead of catching the ball, you hit the ball with 1 hand or 2 hands into someone else's square. Now when you serve, you have to let it bounce first and then hit it, and then it has to bounce in a square before someone else can hit it. You cannot touch the ball before it bounces. Here we go. So Kate hit that out. She's already in the first square, so she would just stay there, and then we'd start again. Kate hit it out again, so she would stay, and then we could keep playing that way. Now, I know you're wondering to yourself, I don't have 4 people at home to play. If you don't have 4 people, say you only have 3, if Kate wants to step out, then what you would do is you would leave the number 1 square open. If the ball lands in the number 1 square, that's out of bounds. And we would play with just 2, 3, and 4. Oh, I hit it in the number 1 square. That means I'm out. I would go to 2. Everyone else would move up. Julianne would serve. She hit it out of bounds. She goes to 2. Everyone else moves up. And Miles would serve. Oh. And that was me. I'm out, so Julianne and I would switch. Now, you may be saying, Mr. Scanlon, I don't have 3 people at home that can play. Well, hopefully you have 2, because you can still play with only 2 people. So if Miles and I are going to play with just 2 people, Julianne's going to step out. We would each take 2 squares. So I'm going to take 2 and 3. He's going to take 1 and 4. Now you have to land it in one of the 2 squares of your opponent, hit back and forth. Anytime you hit it out, the other person gets a point, okay? So I'm going to serve first. Oh, Miles landed that in his own square. Stay there. So that means I get a point. Stay right over there, bud. That means I get 1 point, so I would have 1 point. Whoever scores the point serves, so I would serve again. Oh, I missed. So that means Miles has 1 point. So now it's 1-1. Miles scored the last point, so now he would serve, and we could keep playing that way, okay? So that's how you play Foursquare with only 2 people. So hopefully you have fun with this game, get some chalk, find a ball that bounces, and have fun with Foursquare.